this is K-Basy Reactions, the Barbie movie, one of the most and highly anticipated movies of 2023. I am in Jamaica, and I thought that the Barbie movie was coming out on the 21st of July, like in most places in the world. Apparently it's not, and I have to wait a couple more days, so I am seriously trying not to see spoilers. I'm on Twitter all the time, and so it is so difficult. So I am doing a prediction, like my thoughts before the Barbie movie. The movie critic that said it's not going to be what you think it is. It will surprise you. And I'm like, I saw the first week when the first trailer dropped. I watched that. You know, everybody lost their minds over the foot scene where Barbie steps out of her heels and her feet are still in place. It's just that was really cool. That was really cool. Margo said in a video, I forgot which one, where she didn't use a harness. She held on to a bar rod, but that was all her. That was all her feet. You know, she did after she did 7 or 8 takes, and she got that shot, and that was all her feet, no body doubles. So my predictions, because of what I saw a glimpse of the second trailer, because in the Architectural Digest house tour, Barbie Land tour, they reference a scene, and there's a scene where Barbie in Barbie Land is very smiley. Margot Robbie's Barbie is very smiley, and she says, I think it's part of the dance number, and then she's like asking everybody, do you think about death or something? She references death, like smiley. She's like, have you all thought about death? I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember what she said. And it was like a mood killer, right? And so she said it then. There's another clip I just saw where she is going to sleep, and she says to everybody, smiley again. Very smiley. She says, don't worry guys, I'm not gonna talk about death. So that's like the second reference to death. I'm like, okay, all right. And then now there's a shot of her in the real world where she has on like a cowboy hat, and it's like a nice, beautiful, what do you call it, a medium-sized shot, a close-up shot of her face, and she is crying. It's the picture that you see on the thumbnail of this video, and she's crying, and I'm just like, And then I go back to what the movie critics said about how it's gonna be surprising, and so I'm putting 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. So I'm putting all the pieces together. I'm thinking, is that what it is? Does Barbie have an existential crisis? I can't say that word. An existential crisis? Is that what it is? Like her place in the world, she's a doll, she goes into the real world, and I don't know. There's a scene apparently that's going to happen with an old woman that's going to be that Greta Gerwig, the director, fought to keep in because it's very important to the movie. And Barbie just looks solemn. So I don't know what that's referencing. So my major prediction for this movie is that Barbie has an existential crisis. Talking about death, then goes into talking about death in Barbie Land, then goes into the real world. And I don't know if this, I'm gonna put out a picture. I'm not sure if this picture is from the movie. I just saw it online. Hopefully, I don't know if it is. But she's even crying even more in this clip, in this screenshot. I'm not sure if it's from Barbie. And I had to Google. I went down a rabbit hole. I had to Google Margot Robbie crying scene, and I couldn't find. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Is it AI? I don't know. Anyway, so my major prediction is Barbie has a existential crisis, and I'm so intrigued to see how that manifests itself and the topics that we talk about, that we're going to talk about. I am a millennial. I grew up watching, but I grew up, Barbie is a massive brand and doll, and it's obviously different generations have their experiences with it, but I didn't actually own a Barbie, but it was so prevalent in my childhood that a lot of my friends had it. So I was around a lot of Barbie even though I didn't own it. I was more of a teddy bear person. If I look back on all my kids' toys, it's mostly teddy bears, and it's mostly like toys from that when you go to a fast food restaurant, and then you get like I have like some Star Wars stuff, some toys that you get from like a Happy Meal type of vibe. and some other things. I did other things as a child. But even with that said, I totally get the Barbie craze. I totally get it. I feel nostalgic. You know, I grew up in the 90s, so it was very prevalent. So I get the whole vibe. So I've been watching the press tour for weeks now, and I'm really, really excited to see this movie, because I think in certain places the movie is airing. The movie, people have screeners, and then people are seeing it at earlier times. I don't know how that works, but Barbie is on a different level. I don't know what to expect. Part of it is nostalgia. Part of it is I'm an aspiring cinematographer. So I think, and also another thing that I'm also excited to see is the set design. I'm noticing that most of it is I don't think they're going to be using that much green screen or blue screen. And I'm just so the Architectural Digest house tour, Barbie Land tour that they did, that video, I think it has like probably 12 million views. It was and then hearing the set designers talk, the set designers just talk, I'm just very fascinated with it because it just looks so beautiful. I also wanted to talk about the press tour. The press tour for the marketing for this movie has been out of this world. And another thing that's very interesting is the organic promotion, organic marketing, you call it. The whole Barbieheimer mashup. I don't know which individual started that Photoshop of putting both movies together and calling it Barbieheimer, and then it just took off. But that was just a very interesting, very organic way of promoting both movies, and the whole idea of going to the movies and having that excitement to go to the movies. I saw some videos of people at movie theaters in America, and they're dressed in their pink and their different colors, and they're outside waiting to go in, and they're just yelling Barbieheimer, Barbieheimer, just like they're chanting Barbieheimer. And a lot of the memes that came out with this, you know, I just love to see that excitement. And I haven't gotten that excitement and seen that for a movie in a very long time. A very long, especially in the social media age, it's been a while. Let's say that it's been a while. So it's very interesting to see that. In my country, like I said, I thought I was gonna see Barbie. It's not coming out until a few days from now. But I don't understand. But Oppenheimer is already showing in theaters here, which is, I don't get it. I thought Barbie and I thought both movies came out at the same time. I guess in some countries it came out earlier because So I'm refreshing my the schedule to see when it comes up so that I can book my box seats. Now let me get the negative out of the way. Now, I don't know what you call these people. These weak-minded men that are calling the movie woke. What? Because what? There's a transgender character on it. I don't know what. You expected Barbie to be a stay-at-home, like a homemaker, but Barbie the doll, and this is very prevalent that we know this. Barbie the doll has always been a career girl, a career woman. Literally all the careers you can think of in the world that are predominantly done by men or women, whatever. All the careers, Barbie has been it. An astronaut, a chef, everything. So part of it, I don't want to bust my brain thinking like, what is this hate? I want to like understand the hate. I don't want to understand the hate. They're just being hateful. You know, when a movie doesn't center a man, some men get into their feelings and they give it negative reviews because, you know, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, the negative vibe around it is just like, ugh. You know, this whole weirdness of white Americans overusing the word woke and misusing the word woke. As a black person, I know what woke means. Anyways, this is not the video. This is not the video. Anyway, so the negative aspect around this movie is getting ridiculous. A movie that centers a woman, and I'm assuming her journey doesn't involve going after a man. I'm assuming that the movie in Barbie Land, in the Barbie movie, It doesn't center her going after a man. I know Ken is, the whole marketing of she's Barbie. What's the phrase? Oh my God, I'm forgetting it. She's Barbie and he's just Ken or something along the lines. Right? It's all in good jest. It's all in good humor and good fun. Ryan seems to be a hit. Like, he seems to be getting great reviews as his portrayal of Ken. Very excited to see that. And apparently there's like a musical number that's doing well. His I'm Ken or something along the lines. The Dua Lipa song from the soundtrack is my favorite song from this movie. That song is just, I don't know, Dua Lipa just has a very, I don't know, her voice. She just always makes bops. What's Levitating is another favorite song of mine. Is another favorite song of hers that I love. And anyway, so the song that she does for this movie is just perfection. Anyway, so that's like a side thing. So the negative comments is just getting ridiculous. So all the negativeness is just weak-minded people don't know how to see that they can watch a film that doesn't involve a woman centering a man. That's the only thing I can think of. And it's so unnecessary. But also in the same breath, I don't think they realize that you're also promoting the movie. So I don't okay, continue saying it's woke. Continue making videos, conservatives. Continue doing that because you're promoting the movie. It seems to be on track. What's the last thing I saw about it? It was on track to make 150 plus million in this weekend. Barbie, I think Oppenheimer is on track to make, I don't know, is it 70? I can't remember the number. But so the negative stuff, let's get it out of the way. Bam, it's out of the way. Another thing I want to talk about that I've been enjoying a lot, is the press tour, the interviews, and more specifically, the laughing fit that Issa Rae, who is President Barbie, I love Issa Rae, she's funny, and Margot Robbie. There's a few interviews that they've been doing, the cast has been doing with Time Magazine, with Variety, and what has been tickling me, that's been giving me so much joy, and I rewatch those videos a lot, is Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon is hilarious. She's just naturally funny. So Kate plays weird Barbie. So it's also fitting. So, and we know Kate McKinnon from SNL, and she's very funny. So there are two specific interviews, and other interviews too, where Kate is just being naturally funny. And Issa and Margo are just, they're having laughing fits. And I relate to it because that's what I'm like that. If I'm around a funny person, and sometimes I'm one of few people around that are just laughing. That's just laughing uncontrollably. Laughing, having a very hard time holding in the laughter. And so when I saw the video, so the first video was the Time Magazine video where they're playing dress up with the dolls, and they're giving different scenarios. They're given different scenarios and what are they dressing up the doll as. And so Kate does one where she dresses up her doll in this gray suit, and she describes what her Barbie is doing, and Margo and Issa are just laughing. That's so me. Cannot stop laughing, trying to hold it in. They're trying to hold it in, and as Kate is describing her Barbie, I forgot what the first one was about. The second one was about it's undercover infiltrating the North Korean government or alien invasion, and you just see Issa and Margo just can't stop laughing. And then I think the last doll that she did, the bag lady, the superhero who's a bag lady who has sandwiches, but is secretly is seen as a flasher, and she's the whole explanation that anyways, and then you just see Issa and Margo just can't stop laughing, and it's just fun to see. It was just really fun to see those videos. Another video with Variety, Margo looks to Kate and asks her, what do you think if I had a parrot, what would I train it to say? And before Kate even says her answer, Issa just starts to laugh because she's like, okay, here we go. I know I'm about to, like, she prepared herself because it's like, okay, Kate's about to say something funny. Kate's about to say something funny, and he does hear Issa laughing, and then Kate says something funny, and she talks like a bird. It's funny. So I don't know. I've been enjoying watching the press tour for Barbie. I've been rewatching it because, like I said, the movie is not out in my country yet, and I have nothing else to watch. Please. I'm hoping that it comes out in 3 days. Hopefully I don't have to wait until the end of the month to watch this movie. So I'm crossing my fingers that it is gonna come out this Wednesday. I'm gonna put out this video at a Sunday or Monday. So hopefully I get to see the Barbie movie. Okay? Bars. I got bars. Oh, another video that went viral was because Margot Robbie is Australian. I'm gonna go into the films I've seen her in. But before that, there's another video that went viral. It's getting lots of views. So Margot is Australian, and so she's doing an interview with Greta Gerwig, the director, and they're in Australia doing press in Australia. And the interviewer says to her, "Did you prep Greta, who is American, obviously?" The Australian interviewer says to Margot, "Did you prep Greta in telling her that Barbie means something else in Australian?" And he's like, "Did you prep her? Did you prep Greta to Barbie means something else here?" And Margot just looks at him like, "What does it mean here?" And you could just hear the Australian audience just offended. I heard one person say, "What?" It was just, oh God! I think that clip went viral. That was just funny. And so he's like, "Oh, Barbie means barbecue," and she's like, "Oh yeah, okay." So no, in that moment, I'm like, I already know why Margot had her brain freeze in that moment. Because when he said it, I, as a non-Australian, knew exactly what he meant. Shrimp on the Barbie, if you've heard that phrase. Shrimp on the barbecue, shrimp on the Barbie. And so when the Australian doesn't know what it is, it was clear to me because that was at the height of the press tour. This was before the actors' strike. So they've been doing so much press around the world, Mexico, Australia, London, South Korea, like everywhere. The Barbie cast has been all over the world promoting the movie. So they've been, I'm sure, tired, exhausted. You're traveling back and forth. You have to be on camera and smiling, and I'm sure they enjoy the movie and making the movie and want to promote them. I wanting to promote it, but you still are human. You get exhausted and you're doing all this press. Plus, Margot is the lead of the movie. So when I realized that she didn't realize that she forgot that she was Australian for like 2 seconds and she forgot what Barbie meant in Australian. Margot brain is frozen, like she's been playing this character Barbie and she can only think of Barbie in one way, and it was a whole thing. It was funny. So like I said, this was before the actors' strike. And support the writers, support the actors. I'm not understanding, I guess it's just greed, but how are these studios, these CEOs are making millions of dollars, and you can't part with less than 1% of your earnings to give it to the people that are giving you the earnings in the first place? It's just so crazy. It's crazy to me. Support the writers, support the actors. Media, film, TV, that is like a comfort for lots of people. A lot of people are, and the whole thing with residuals. I mean, this is not I could probably do a whole separate video talking about that. But the whole residual thing is, well, a lot of actors have been revealing their residual checks, and it's like less than 5 cents, less than $50 for a show that is still popular, still being watched by people, and I just don't understand it. So hopefully, when you see the fact that the actors are also striking, which it hasn't been done since where both are striking. I think this hasn't been done since the 60s, I think. So hopefully this major change happens and it forces the studios to just like wise up, pay your writers, pay your actors. It is wild to me. Anyways, I could do a whole video. I don't want to get too deep into it. This is about Barbie. So I wanted to get real quick into this. Probably, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Margot Robbie. Let's just talk about Margot Robbie, okay? let's just talk about Margot Robbie. Now, my only experience with Margot is I've seen her in Wolf of Wall Street. That's probably the first thing I saw. Wolf of Wall Street. I've seen her in Bombshell. She was in that with Kate McKinnon. I've seen her in I, Tonya. I, Tonya was interesting. I didn't see Birds of Prey. I'm not really into the Batman. I'm not really into those films to sit down and watch it. But I saw enough that her review of her performance in that was very well. Like, she got a really good review of her performance as Harley Quinn. I think it's Harley Quinn. So that's probably the only 3 movies that I watched with her in it. And she's a really, really good actress. What I'm interested to see is how she plays Barbie. I'm sure she's capable. I have a strong feeling she's going to be. I want to also say, and hopefully another prediction I'm going to make, is that the vibes. So there's a clip that came out in the first trailer where Ken was inviting Barbie over, and she says, "Come over to do what?" Like, they're just smiley. And he's like, "I have no idea." So when I saw that clip, my mind went straight to, I think in Barbie world, I'm assuming that sex is not a thing. The concept of sex is just not a thing. So, and it made me remember of 2 movies that I feel like the movie's gonna give me Truman Show vibes, and I think Greta Gerwig has referenced that Truman Show is one of the films that inspired her directing this movie. Another movie that I feel that it's gonna, like, especially watching the characters in Barbie Land, is watching the dolls in Barbie Land, is that there's a movie that came out, I forgot what year it was, Pleasantville, I think, with Reese Witherspoon and Tobey Maguire. And in that, it's set, I think, set in the 50s or 60s, and the show, like, the Leave It to Beaver type of characters, American characters. And in that world, because they're TV show characters with defined storylines, that they can't think outside of the box. They only have this one-track mind of just what their storyline was. And so, like, introducing them, and they're all in black and white, and introducing them to color was just a very otherworldly thing. And those characters weren't aware of sex. I think I remember correctly. They weren't aware of sex, even though there were families, but the families were already established. And I think the husband and wife already, like, they slept in separate beds, I think, at that point, which happened in real life in the 50s. But when I saw that Ken and Margo, when I saw that Ken and Barbie clip where he invites her and he says he doesn't know what, I don't know. My mind went straight to Pleasantville, because in Pleasantville, before the tone got colorful, it was in black and white, and it was just the men. If you watch Pleasantville, you understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, so that was fascinating. But there's a second trailer that dropped, and I specifically didn't want to watch it because I don't like to see spoilers. I don't like when trailers are more than 30 seconds. I just like, why are movie side rants? Why have movie trailers gotten to be 2 minutes long? I don't get it. Don't spoil it for me. Okay? Don't spoil it. I would just love it if you just don't spoil a movie in a movie trailer. Thank you, please. So I purposely didn't watch the second movie trailer because I'm like, you're gonna give me scenes that are new, that weren't shown in the first trailer. I just want to wait until the movie come out so I can watch it. It's such a weird. Anyway, that's a side rant. Okay. Like I said, major prediction is Existential Crisis, and I'm so intrigued because if the scene that I saw is gonna actually happen, like, Barbie is gonna be getting very emotional, like, in a way that is like, listen, and I can relate to an existential crisis. I think we've all experienced that in our lives. I've experienced it a few times. Quarter life crisis. I've had a quarter life crisis, so I get that. So I'm so intrigued to see Barbie characters experience that, and how that's written and directed and the stories told. I'm very intrigued by that. So I don't know, there's nothing much I can say, but I'm looking forward to the movie. This is my pre-movie expectation predictions. when I actually watch the movie in the theaters, I think I'm gonna record like my initial reaction to watching the movie after, and I leave the movie theater. I'm gonna probably record like a quick 3-minute video or 3-minute audio of it, and then I'll do like a full review of Barbie the movie. So yeah, this is K Basie. I'm looking forward to the Barbie movie, and now I need to get pink. I have to buy pink. I don't have pink in my closet. I have to buy pink. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy pink tomorrow. Okay, great. So this was Barbie movie prediction. Yeah, looking forward to it. So like, comment, and subscribe, and look out for my Barbie review when that comes out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next reaction / review. Peace.